Welcome to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we are talking about aging. Hey Janine.
Hey Shannon. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know why I find this topic funny, but
Well, I feel like every day I think about this topic, so it seems appropriate to talk about it in the realm of maybe a perfectionism or how we feel about that natural process that we call aging.
that's right.
You feeling old today?
I am feeling a little bit old today, which is why I was laughing in the intro, because we're talking about this and I just got hearing aids. I have to have surgery on my ankle, and while I was at the store buying supplies for being an invalid, I picked up some anti-aging night cream for my face because I didn't want to have to explain to my husband which one to get.
I have appointments next month at a periodontist and a podiatrist.
Yeah.
Well, we should perhaps let people know, since we're talking about aging, how old we are, right? Because there is no way people may not know that we are middle-aged. Well, past middle-aged.
Well, I don't know. I'm seriously trying to think of how old I am.
You're 53. No, 52.
I'm 52.
Sorry. I aged myself because I know you're 5 years younger than me.
Right.
And I have already switched over to 57 in my brain, but I'm really only 56. That explains why I thought you were 53. Actually, it doesn't at all.
No. Well,
But,
the other day, my mom, who has dementia, she likes to really sort of emphasize that I look younger than I am, and the other day she's always telling people how old I am. But then the other day she's telling me that she told someone how old I was, and she goes, "They couldn't believe you're 54. I said, "That's because I'm not."
Don't age me. Oh, that's funny. I wonder, she must just, I guess she takes some pride in the fact that you've aged so well.
I guess.
Yeah. My dad does things like tell me about somebody that I went to high school with and say that he's in his 40s. I'm like, no, Dad, I went to high school with him. He's in his 50s. Oh, I always forget you're that old. Yeah. So it's, both of us, I think, can pass for younger.
Yes.
But certainly there's a difference I've noticed in my appearance in my 50s versus my appearance in my 40s. Less of a difference between the 30s and 40s, but now, wow.
Yeah, there is something that has definitely happened to the skin on my face that has made a marked difference in my appearance. Although I do pass for younger than what I am. Although, I've been thinking a lot about it, and part of it is because of these hearing aids, which to be honest, I've been reluctant to get because I feel like they will make me seem older when I'm correcting a congenital hearing loss that was only recently discovered.
Right. So your need for hearing aids has nothing to do with aging.
No.
Yet we all know that unless it's, I suppose, in a very young person, everyone assumes that a hearing aid is related to age-related hearing loss. And in fact, and I think there are many, many people who resist getting hearing aids who would so benefit from them because of some stigma that's apparently attached to it.
Yeah, well, my audiologist was like, "You're going to be the poster child for getting hearing aids at a young age."
There you go.
Yeah, it was really cute.
I remember when Bill Clinton was in office, he got hearing aids, and I think he was in his I have no idea how old Bill Clinton is, but he wasn't that old.
No,
but
I didn't remember that.
I remember that, and now, of course, I doubt it. But I'm pretty sure it's true. And
I'm not doubting you. I just
I know you're not, but I started to doubt myself because memory is one of those other aging things. But
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's weird to feel, especially someone like you who's always looked younger than your age. It's got to feel weird to add something to your outfit that makes you look old. But are you feeling the benefits of it? You had them a week or so? Is that right?
Yeah, I've had them about a week, and they're amazing.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're and they're digital and super high tech. So it's interesting because of this particular sort of odd, rare hearing loss pattern that I have. I can hear normally in the low ranges and normally in the high ranges, and it's just in the mid ranges where I have a moderate hearing loss. And so it doesn't sound like things need to be louder. It's just I miss particular sounds that fall into this range. So, people just sound like they're mumbling. Mm-hmm. But I've gotten by for 50 some years with this hearing loss that but apparently my last head injury made it a little bit more difficult, and I've definitely noticed that I was struggling more with my hearing, and even in the last year or so that I caught myself sort of making decisions based on whether or not I thought I'd be able to hear, like not wanting to do things because I knew it would be difficult for me to hear, like social things.
And that's aging. I mean, that's
yeah.
I mean, that'll age you, right? Because
Right.
that is what older folks have to do. Did you find yourself guessing what people were saying when you couldn't really hear it in because you didn't want to ask them to repeat themselves?
Oh yeah, I've spent my whole life guessing, and I didn't know that wasn't normal.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And so, it's like, I was thinking about this. It's like, ooh, no more mondegreens and malaprops for me.
Wait, I don't know what a mondegreen is, I don't think.
It's when you mishear song lyrics.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Right. My favorite one of that is a friend who thought, what's the name of that song? I can't think of it, but it's got, I'm as helpless as a kitten in a tree. That song?
Yeah.
And she thought it was, I'm as happy as a chicken on a string.
The earliest one I could remember is the song from Grease, You're the One That I Want, that they sing at the end. I thought they were saying, You're the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, and what are they saying?
You're the one that I want.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, so it's a whole new world of not guessing for you this last week or so. I'm looking forward to seeing you in person and seeing if I notice any difference.
Yeah, Mike said that he notices a difference. And the first day I got them, we went to a dinner party, which, previously would have been really quite difficult. It was sort of it was like a fundraising dinner party, so I think there was probably 20 people there or something, so it was quite loud. And that's usually something where I wouldn't have been able to, or it wouldn't have been very easy for me to carry on a conversation, and it was totally fine.
Oh,
I
that's
could
great.
understand the person across from me. I could understand the people at the end of the table. It was really, but it didn't feel different to me, other than I know that I expected to not be able to understand people. It's a very weird experience, because it doesn't sound like anything is amplified. It doesn't sound like I'm hearing any differently. I just can understand.
That's so great, because I know what a social person you are. You're like my one friend I can take anywhere and know that you'll be comfortable in social situations. And I didn't even know that it was a struggle for you to hear people in a group. So
Yeah.
You faked it really well, but I think it'll be a lot more
Thanks.
enjoyable for you now that you don't have to fake it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I have to tell you a quick story, because this is such the epitome of sort of what I've experienced over my life. Because this was about, gosh, probably 25 years ago now. I had this temp job, and I was working in like the engineering department of the cable company. And so I was like making copies of blueprints and stuff like that. And everyone would go during the day, and it would just be me and this other guy. And he said to me, "Do you have a problem with your hearing?" And I said, "My earrings?" And he said, "No, your hearing." And I said, "Oh, do you like them? I made them myself."
That's excellent.
Yeah. Oh, that always cracks me up. My earrings? I was so proud of myself.
I made them myself. I notice, I think that my hearing isn't any worse. My vision is certainly worse as I've aged, but also I was going to say waistline, but really it's my hip line is bigger than it once was. And that is a little bit hard for me to be okay with. I mean, I have to constantly reassure myself this is a normal part of aging, when I don't have as much estrogen, blah, 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 and it's okay, and I look fine.
Yeah.
But, boy, it's not easy.
I get that. I've been really concerned, since I haven't really been able to exercise for the last 6 months, about, sort of maintaining my weight. And, mostly I just don't want to grow out of my clothes. Mm-hmm. I don't have to buy new clothes. And my weight has stayed the same, but my body shape has definitely changed, because in that 6 months, like, perimenopause hit with a vengeance. Mm-hmm. And so I never sort of understood when you and other people had told me that their bodies sort of changed. I'm like, what do you mean?
Right.
And I'm like, oh. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And again, for our ages, I think look, our bodies look great, right? I mean,
yeah.
It's really,
and also, it doesn't matter what size we are. Our bodies are fine.
Right. Especially, what we want is healthy bodies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's just we're socialized to care so much.
Right. Right. Hollywood, these poor actresses who are expected to not age. Like, it's not okay. You can't keep your job if you age, for most of them. So they're doing all sorts of things to make it so they don't age, and then they set these weird expectations up for the rest of us.
Right. Yeah, it's really frustrating. And, I'm trying to embrace the body positivity movement and, sort of beauty at all ages and, all of that. But I've been thinking about it a lot, particularly because of the hearing aid thing and a few other reasons. And I've been thinking, like, why does it matter? Why does it matter to me that I look younger than I am? Mm-hmm. And I realized that, like, the biggest concern is that I won't. I will be dismissed if I'm perceived as being older. I'll be dismissed. Like, it's like, I feel like older women aren't respected.
Or
like,
seen.
It's like there's sort of a tipping point where you become less relevant somehow.
Mm-hmm. That's all kinds of wrong, isn't it? And unfortunately, I wish I could say, "Oh, Shannon, that's a mistaken perception you have. That's not that way." But sadly, I think you're right. It's something that we all face. Although I think that being smart and a good conversationalist and so forth helps us maintain our ability to be taken seriously.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, and I also feel like it makes it sort of more important to be open about my age publicly, and be like, this is what 52 looks like on me, and this is it just feels like it is something that would be useful to talk about more publicly, as opposed to, I feel like I have often sort of hid behind the ability to be perceived as younger than I am. Mm-hmm. And that to not hide my age.
Right. You mean, say your age. I mean, right, and our faces are allowing us not to hide our age. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like at least speaking for me, I don't wear a lot of makeup, although I wear some, and we're not trying to hide that way. But yeah, talking about it, I agree. And when you think about how there's a common courtesy or there's a thing where you should never ask a woman her age, and I've always rejected that. I always ask people their age because I'm always interested. Uh-huh. I'm certainly not offended if anybody asks my age, and it's an interesting point to be really open about it. Which I am. I mean, I think I am anyway, with the people with whom I work and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned, I think, that you're having some surgery.
I am.
And is that age related?
I don't think so, but it just sort of feels like I'm falling apart.
Yeah. And you're getting ankle surgery, so you get to have a knee scooter, right?
Yes, I get a knee scooter.
I'm a little jealous of that.
Yeah.
It looks.
I know fun. Everyone keeps asking me, "Do you get a knee scooter? Do you get a knee scooter?"
It looks so much more fun than crutches.
Yeah, well, I'll have crutches too, but I was just talking with Mike today, like, I'm not sure how I'll be able to manage the knee scooter. Maybe what I'll have to do is just leave it in the car, because I can't get it up and down the stairs, because I have to be non-weight bearing for 6 weeks. So,
So you'll use crutches to get from the car and then up the stairs?
Yeah, that just occurred to me. Cause the other idea I had was to keep it on the side door, which doesn't have, then it's only 3 steps, but I can roll it down the grass instead of the steps at the sidewalk to get to the car. But I think maybe it makes more sense to use the crutches to get to the car and keep the knee scooter in the car.
I assume, are you going to be able to drive?
Well, it's my right foot. Uh-huh. And I will be medicated for the first few days, definitely. Mm-hmm. And then I have to play it by ear. So if I can figure out how to drive with my left foot, which I did, 4 or 5 years ago when I injured my right knee, and I drove with my left foot. But I just have to see, I'm hoping that before 6 weeks is up, I can drive myself, but I just don't know.
I can't even imagine driving with my left foot. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, so if you're being driven, then presumably the driver will help you with your scooter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm already trying to figure out how to get to my post-op appointment, because trying to get my doctor's schedule to match up with my husband's doctor's schedule right. is like pretty much a nightmare. So
when is it?
It is next Thursday.
Dang.
Week from today, or a week from tomorrow.
Because I think I'm going to be there a week from Friday. That's not good enough to help you, is it?
No. No, but, I have friends I can ask. I can, worst case scenario, I can get a lift and
right.
have them manage my scooter.
Right. Give them a good tip.
Yeah.
I was thinking about another age-related thing, which is, at least speaking for myself, that my short-term memory is not what it was, or maybe it's all my memory, not what it was, certainly in my youth. And how, that bugs the crap out of me. And I beat myself up about it. And B, how I've had to try to introduce some, I can't rely on my memory anymore, so I have to have other strategies for getting by in life. And how I would imagine that I'm not the only person like that, and how perfectionism might make that, if I were a perfectionist, I might make it even harder. I mean, it feels horrible as it is, but if I felt like my memory was letting me down, not allowing me to do things very well, it would totally suck.
Yeah. Well, and, I've been going through this too as a result of head injuries, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but it gives me such relief that you're having memory issues, because then I feel like it's not just, it's just natural aging, as opposed to I've done such major damage to my brain that this is happening and it's all downhill from here.
Right.
It's weird. It gives me some sense of relief.
Well, I'm glad. It's so funny, because I thought you were going to say, when you said, no, I don't mean this, I don't want to this to sound mean, I thought, oh, you're going to school me. You were going to say, yeah, your little memory problems are nothing compared to brain injury, Janine. But no, that's not what you said at all.
No, it's frustrating whatever level you're experiencing it
at. Yeah, exactly. Well, the two of us then are perfect matches for this podcast, because when one of us forgets something, the other one is totally forgiving of it, right? We certainly don't hold anything against it. So, yeah, it's, I know I'm writing things down. I mean, I write everything down now before I didn't used to have to. I'm double checking things when I enter it in my calendar. How many times have we entered different things in our calendars when it comes to scheduling when we're going to record?
Oh, I know, and I think that's a being in different time zones thing.
Yeah, that definitely complicates it, because I'll say 4, and you need to think 2, right, or whatever.
Right, or we'll say 2 my time, and you'll put it into your time. Or whatever, but
because that is 2 my time.
Yeah.
Right.
No, 2 my time. But it's definitely sort of working through that stuff, and you have to cut yourself a lot of slack on it, and at the same time have strategies to prevent as many mistakes as possible.
Right, because we're both in businesses where people really rely on us for insight, and remembering things can be really helpful. Yeah.
I know. Well, I was talking with a client the other day, and she's like, do you get tired of me having the same issues over and over again? I said, oh, no, I don't remember. It's fine. It's like a new thing every week.
Right. It's like you never have to worry about telling me a story twice, because I don't remember the first time you told it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works. Yeah. It makes us great audiences.
Yeah. And I'm mostly, I'm partly joking, but it is interesting, how down on yourself you can get for something that you don't have a lot of control over. And maybe as I'm saying that, that might be the issue. Like, it feels like we should have control over it.
Yeah. And I mean, that goes with our brain function. It goes for our appearance as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do the best we can to stay in good shape and, you know, stay physically fit so we're healthy.
Right.
And as you've discovered, that's not as, aging sometimes makes that harder to do. But yeah, it's not in our control, and that is bugging me. But you know, when I think about, like, my husband is 9 years older than me, and he has silver hair, and I mean, he looks great, but it's not like he's worried. He's just not worried about looking younger than he is. And he used to look younger than he is, but it doesn't even, I don't think it crosses his mind.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. And, but I'm pretty sure if I had silver hair, it would be dyed. I'm pretty sure. I don't have much gray hair, so I don't dye my hair, but I'm definitely not above it.
Yeah. Well, I have friends who have, you know, dyed and then let their silver hair out. And it looks so beautiful to me. And, you know, I'm starting to get more silvers, but because of my hair color, it's just all sort of blends in. And then, you know, I get highlights and stuff, so it's not that apparent. But, well, you can look closely in person. My temples are getting pretty light now. But it, you know, it's interesting. It's like I have different parameters for myself than I do for other people. Right. Which is completely unreasonable. And ridiculous.
Not very kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's like this constant, I mean, it's a constant, well, not constant, but it's usually when I'm like, after I get out of the shower and I'm looking in the mirror and putting on makeup or whatever, that's when it hits me that I don't look like I did 20 years ago, which of course I don't. And also that means I'm doing that pretty often. And it's not really necessary to beat myself up over that. And so I try to, I mean, I just always am trying to reassure myself, you know, it's definitely good enough. How I'm looking is definitely good enough. And I don't need to strive for more.
Right. Well, yeah. And, you know, I think about, like, you know, if I had, you know, like how I look at my friends and how I look at, you know, people I don't know. And it's like I see the beauty in everybody. I don't pick them apart.
Right.
No one is paying as much attention to my crow's feet as I am.
I didn't even know you had crow's feet, and I'm not kidding. I'm going to be looking at them. I'm going to see you in a couple days, and I will be looking for them.
Okay, well, then I won't mention my saggy jowls, too.
Okay, yeah, please don't.
Yeah, but, you know, it's like if you know, when, I don't know if, I'm assuming this is what you do based on what you just said, but, like, when I look at the mirror, I'm looking at specific things, and it's really funny. Like, I'll be picking apart whatever, thinking about, like, oh God, I have wrinkles and zits. This is not cool. Right. And but I don't look at other people that way.
Right.
You know, I see them, and, like, if they're, I just see them as a person, and I'm happy to see them, and I don't, you know, pick them apart the way I pick apart myself. So I think it would be useful to get rid of that perfectionistic tendency and to just, you know, be able to see, you know, my whole self as a, you know, what I started to say was, like, I'll look in the mirror and I'll, like, pick apart all this stuff, and then I'll walk away and it's like, I don't even remember I don't even remember if I combed my hair or not because I was so busy, like, looking at this minute stuff.
Right. Yeah. So my takeaway here is that we should be as kind to ourselves as we are to other people.
Absolutely.
When it comes to this stuff. Including not just appearance, but brain function and hearing function and the ability to read a label on a can. I swear they made the type smaller and smaller on everything.
Oh, yeah. That's one thing that hasn't hit me yet, but I'm waiting for it.
Oh, yeah, I hope maybe you'll be lucky and it won't happen. But I'm telling you, the people who need to be thinking about this are the ones who manufacture the labels on shampoo. So you can't wear your glasses in the shower.
Right.
And they make shampoo and conditioner that look alike.
Right.
You have to guess which is which.
Oh, yeah, someone just said on Facebook that she had like shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel or something that all were the same manufacturer and had been like using the wrong things for the, because she couldn't read the labels.
Right.
I was like,
lathering up with conditioner, huh?
Right.
On her body.
Like shampooing with shower gel. And
right. That's funny. Yeah, it's true. It's tricky.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I like that idea of being as kind to ourselves as we are to others. I mean, in this realm is, as we talk about in every other realm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. We came away with a nugget. It wasn't just like a big rant.
About getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the potential to do that, but yeah. I mean, I feel I was sort of resistant to this topic, I have to say, and I'm glad we talked about it because I feel like it is really important to be a model even for being out there and okay with your age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if we can help anybody feel better about their age, that would be a great thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, so what about you, our listeners? How are you allowing yourself to age in a good enough way? Please let us know, and you can leave a comment on the show notes for this episode at gettingtogoodenough.com. You can find us on Twitter at GTGEnough, on Instagram and Facebook at gettingtogoodenough. Or you can call our hotline at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. We'd love to hear from you about this topic or anything else that's on your mind. But for now, thank you for listening. This is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. I feel better already.
I was thinking that felt good.
It did.